Hey, what's going on? Ryan here with Intersection Records, and want to review last night's Widespread Panic show in Indianapolis at Everwise Amphitheater. First of two nights, they're going to play again tonight. I streamed the show, and it was quite awesome. A big fan, been a fan for years. Let's get right into this. Who wouldn't want to hear Wandering off of their third album, Every Day, as an opener? Just a great way to get the crowd engaged, get the band up on bouncy, kind of just classic by the band. Next, we get Up All Night off of the first album with Jimmy Herring, Free Somehow from 2008. Jimmy shows you why he might be the best lead guitar player in the jam scene. I mean, we got Trey, we got Jimmy. Pretty hard to beat those two guys. Absolutely goes off at the 4-minute mark. There's kind of a false ending before they ramp into this almost Allman Brothers-esque thing, including like the chirps, the bird chirps that Dwayne Allman used to do. Radio Child's next, JoJo's on Hammond. Domingo takes a little bit of a solo before another blazing Jimmy Herring guitar solo. Now we got some clavinet sounds by JoJo, those biting little clavinet sounds. The band is scorching. Makes Sense to Me is next. It's a Daniel Hutchins song. Dwayne Trucks and Domingo are just laying it down over David School's bass. It's a really nice sense of just rhythm and timing and fullness to the band's sound tonight here in Indianapolis. The crowd's into it. The crowd's bouncing around. The weather's beautiful. Christmas then comes early. We get a Christmas Katie. They ease into this classic. Love the way that John Bell plays with time, plays with tempo. What an underrated singer JB is. Love when he croons some of these songs. Crooning in the best sense of the word. Sounds like home to me. 4 minutes in, the band just leaps into the stratosphere, led by, again, Jimmy Herring. Then Dismount Back, that's led by JoJo. Feels like there could be a cover song next. Feels like maybe Papa's going to hit the road again. But no, we get a menacing riff with high distortion on the song Machine. Song I'm not as familiar with from their vast catalog. Time signature changes. Jimmy Herring's like a hybrid cross between John McLaughlin and Eric Johnson and Alan Holdsworth and Dwayne Allman. I hate to compare him because he's his own man, but God, he reminds me some of these fast noodling runs of a Holdsworth, but with the mind of a McLaughlin and the chops, of any blues guy you could think of. He's such a great player, and that's going to be consistent throughout this review, how great he played last night. Barstool and Dreamers was next. JB singing fine. Band seems a little slower than normal on this version. Of course, they never play it the same way twice. Bit slow though for me. Jimmy Herring puts his cape on that says JH and blisters a beautiful August night here again in Indiana, higher and higher and higher, while percussions are billowing up to meet him and take it down, and it is great. Then we get Trashy. Trashy is a Bloodkin cover. It's a slow blues. It's my buddy Derek's, one of his favorite songs. He actually saw the first time they played this song at Red Rocks back in 21. He saw the first ever version of that song. And again, it's off of their most recent, they did a studio version here just recently that came out in November, Hellbound Queen. If you haven't listened to Hellbound Queen or Snake Oil King, the two albums they put out last year, for some reason they did 2 albums last year. Each had 5 songs. Why not just do one record? The album cover art for both are killer. Maybe it was just about the great art and selling more records to put short 25, 30-minute albums out. Anyway, one man's trash is another man's roller coaster, like my 1972 Led Zeppelin Black Light poster. And there's this lumbering beast that's approaching. Or is it Jaws? Is it Godzilla? Is it Bigfoot? Is it a woolly mammoth? A big woolly mammoth? Ominous tones fall out to some nice piano by JoJo, and we go into Halloween Face. Again, a version that they've been playing. They've been playing the song for a while, but that did also come off of Hellbound Queen that came out last November. Check that album out again. Fettuccine hair with a cupcake chest and fried chicken thighs. My prize to ingest, says JB with his signature just charisma and tone and articulation. Just one of my favorite singers. Again, he's crooning. Megazilla riff comes back in. Could we get a Black Sabbath tribute? Last week was it Asheville that they did some Sabbath? I think they did. A little tribute to Ozzy. Death. Jimmy Herring then goes berserk in a Hollandsworthian run. Again, just lightning fast notes on the fretboard. Ends abruptly. The crowd goes nuts, and there's a set break then after Halloween Face. Pretty short set break, and then we jump right in to Surprise Valley. Hell yes, off my favorite album. I don't know. Is Till the Medicine Takes my favorite album? My buddy Derek and I last spring ranked the discography of Widespread Panic. I'll put that show in the description down here. By the way, check out my channel. We only talk about great music here every day on Intersection Records. And thanks to recent subscribers and liking these videos and sharing these videos. Let's get back into the second set. It was awesome. Again, Jimmy Herring is proving that he's maybe the best guitar player in the jam band scene. Certainly the greatest replacement member of a jam band in the history of jam bands. Replacing George McConnell, who replaced the great Mikey Hauser. Jimmy Herring was a great choice. There are no tones that he can't find. They go from Surprise Value into kind of a warbly, bass heavy C. Brown entry. You can walk down there with me. You don't even have to say a word. You don't have to worry at all, JB says. Slower, poignant, beautiful. The second verse is a bit faster, closer to the record. I got freaking goosebumps everywhere at this point. I know that grass feels good in Indiana tonight. Domingo's galloping with his congas in this relaxed version as Charlie has Lucy on the run. They then morph directly into Impossible, a raucous workout, especially after a damn mellow and surprisingly mellow C. Brown. Then halfway through, it breaks down into this New Orleans brothel barroom piano bit that JoJo does. I love when he gets that kind of New Orleans-y southern upright piano sounds. Sounds like a nice cold drink. And again, Jimmy is the scorcher. We will then segue directly into Vic Chestnut's Protein Drink and Sewing Machine. This was off of the 1995 Nine High a Palette album that Vic Chestnut did with the band Brute. Brute is Widespread Panic with Vic Chestnut fronting. I hadn't heard that song in years since I bought that album back in 95. I think those recordings were done in 93 with the late, great Vic Chestnut, who passed away about 10 or 15 years ago now. Just trippy and moody and bizarre lyrics on that couple tracks there, Protein Drink, Sewing Machine. We then morph into a short drums. Domingo Ortiz is 73 years old. Turns 73 on July 4th. He's 37 years older than his counterpart, the 36-year-old Dwayne Trucks, brother of Derek Trucks, right? Nephew of Butch Trucks. Great drummer, great addition to the band. We then get back from drums back into Surprise Valley. So we've gone Surprise Valley, C Brown, Impossible, Protein Drink, Sewing Machine, drums, back into a reprise of Surprise Valley. It's magical. I love it. Long, languid solo by the Scorcher. Am I starting a new nickname for the Jimmy Herring? Long solo by the Scorcher, and Indy is ablaze on this hot August night. Airplanes next. Nice tribute to Mikey. Weird how when I hear that song, it reminds me of a drive on running some errands I took, listening to that album around the time it came out. I picture this one intersection. I don't know why, because I'm not normally in that neighborhood, but it takes me back when I listen to Airplane. Maybe not the best version of Airplane that I've ever heard, but pretty cool. Jimmy melts 1,000 faces again with his solo. Then we have some like a little space section where they get distorted, get some tones coming out, and then we go into this beautiful pressure released Pilgrims, little kitty crossed our path with little bald feet. Just gorgeous. Amongst one of my favorite Widespread Panic songs. The lyrics are great. We listen, and if it feels good, we shake. God, I love that. Then go into Red Hot Mama, a Funkadelic cover. Looks good to me. JoJo's ripping on a clavinet style keyboard again. Band is together. Band is ripping and killing and taking names here in Indianapolis on this Friday night, the 8th of August, 2025. We then go out for encore, and they come back, and finally, JoJo Herman gets to sing a couple of songs, and we do get the Big Woolly Mammoth here that I thought they were teasing early in the second set. We now get it. JoJo's singing. He also gets to go off again on the wide arrangement of keyboards, synthesizers, Hammond, clavinet, piano that he has, and then we melt directly into a killer, unhinged version of my favorite JoJo song and one of my favorite Panic songs, Blackout Blues. One of his signature songs, Let's Freaking Go. Going back to Mississippi before I lose my mind. And then the song ends and JB says, "Thanks for having us back, Indianapolis. We had a lovely time." Anyway, we're going to review tonight's show. I'll try to have that out tonight after the show or first thing in the morning. Check out the rest of my channel. Subscribe if you like this content. Peace out. See you.